Good evening, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome into your reading, guys. For the month of February, let's see what your energies are talking about around this month. Okay, surrounding you this month of February. And again, a reminder, whatever resonates with you, please take that and leave the rest. Check your moon and rising if you have any doubts that you want to clear about your own self energies. Okay. Now let's call upon our spirit guide, angel, ancestors, and my divine source into this reading for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising for the month of February 2022. Now, the first thing, guys, we'll ask for a major arcana, and we'll also ask for a clarification on that major arcana, okay? Just to see the overall situation here for you in this month of February 2022. Let's call for one major arcana for your energy. Too many cards, guys. I just want one here to see where your focus would be, what kind of an energy is that you have to be aware of in your life at this point in time. Okay, let's ask for a clarification on this situation. It talks about justice, and we'll see what it is about justice. Please clarify justice for me. Hold on. The Queen of Wands. Okay. Interesting. So throughout the month of February, guys, this is an energy that, it's like either you will have it your way, right? Whatever that justice means to you, each one of you, either you will have it in that way that you have understood what justice means for you, or you won't have it. Like you will not go through any kind of problems, or not problems, like any kind of situations in your life in the month of February that might topple your sense of balance, right? So whatever that you are doing, or whatever that situation is in your life, Pisces, you either want complete justice for yourself, because that's what you're looking at, okay, or otherwise you're not interested. So it has to be, the situation has to be fair for you, it has to be right for you, it has to, because you're vibing in the energy of the Queen of Wands, male or female, doesn't matter. So you could be very stubborn around this portion in time as well. So you don't want to entertain anything that you feel is not going to balance your scales of justice in the way you want to. That could happen with your relationship, with your job situation, with anything, with your business partnership, with anything, right? So you are vibing in that energy where it's talking to me that anything which is injustice to you, or which is not fair for you, or you think is not right for you, you're going to turn away from that energy. You're not going to entertain anything of that kind that does not support your sense of fairness, truth, and justice, right? So this is the energy that is around you, or will be around you. So anything that you feel that people are trying to pull a fast one on you, or somebody is coming up with something, something that earlier you might have even given it a thought, But in the month of February, what I'm getting, guys, is that it's not even going to interest you. You're going to take your own route. You're just going to turn away. I mean, it's like, you're not interested. Leave it. That kind of a sense of energy that I'm getting out of these two cards. Now, I'm going to keep this on the side, you know, and then we'll delve into your subconscious, your conscious, your hope and fear, your environment, spirit's advice, and your probable outcome, around this portion in time. That outcome will depend on whether it happens now or a few weeks later. It is all an individual timeline for you, okay? But whatever the situation is, we'll see. We'll try to get as much clarity as we can for you, Pisces. And here we go, guys. Let's ask for your subconscious energy around this portion in time. Okay, and your conscious energy. What does your conscious energy is talking about, right? And let's look at your hope and your fear situation. Whatever is that you're hoping will be taken care of, but you're also fearing that things might not work for you in the way you hope it will be. Okay. The next one we'll call out for is your environment. Environment is a very essential part of every reading for me, guys, because environment is what is what activates your sense of understanding. This justice could be even from a sense of understanding from your environment. Let's look at what is my spirit's advice to you around this portion in time. And last but not the least, guys, let's look at your probable outcome. What kind of a probable outcome is in your life, right? Okay, the bottom of the deck is good luck, and the bottom of the deck for the major arcana is the judgment. Yeah. Your decision will be based upon your understanding of justice, right? And this is the high priestess. So it's your inner knowing. You are going to be very, very prone to your intuition. Your subconscious understanding will be very high around this portion in time in the month of February, guys. So you have to give yourself plenty of time in order to take the right judgment call, because there could be a situation in your life, guys, that you are not still completely aware of, right? And you kind of want control on that situation in order to take a call on this situation. So you would be taking your time. That's what they're saying. You would be taking your time to think things over, right? Answers to happiness and good luck. Yeah, because you are looking for some kind of answer, some kind of clarity to your sense of justice, what justice means for you, really, in the right way, right? You're not just going to take anything that comes to you around this portion in time. No, you are going to be very, very, I get a sense, guys, that you're going to be very analytical around this portion in time. Like everything is something that everything that you come across will be a matter of depth, understanding, and analysis for you, right? That suits your temperament. You will, because, as the Queen of Wands, you are brilliant, you are powerful, you have that complete sense of passion and bravery in yourself, right? So, like I said, anybody who is in that Queen of Wands energy, male or female, they can be stubborn. That could be one flaw that they will have around this portion. But at the same time, That stubbornness will be because they want full and complete, like I said, balance in their own life, right? So it's also that part of the story that is coming up in here, which tells me that a lot of you guys, you're looking for answers. What is that that really makes you happy? What is that that you actually want? What does that sense of justice mean for you, right? So anything that does not match with that feeling or understanding for you in the month of February, you are not just going to entertain it. You will give it a lot of thought before you eventually take a call on something that could be important for you at this point. Okay, now let's look at your subconscious energy. The subconscious energy says life purpose. Of course, like this is what is that life purpose? What kind of purpose do you actually have for yourself? What does happiness mean to you, right? What does good luck mean to you? What does fortune mean to you? Life purpose. What is the purpose in your life? Like you work every day, you make an X amount of money. Some of you may have retired, you're sitting at home, right? For the others, you're working. For some of you, you are, just starting life, whatever that situation could be for you. Each one is different, right? And everybody has different situations that they are dealing with. So eventually, the question you will have, or the question that is cropping up in here, it could be a question for you. What is the life purpose? What kind of purpose suits your sense of justice? What's the purpose that you are holding in your life, right? Like you can go to, like I said, you can go to work, you can earn your money, but at the end of the day, everybody needs some kind of purpose in their life. Some are working towards a better job, some are working towards a better pay raise, right? Some are working, so that they make enough money that they can eventually retire happy and not bother or not having to worry about their financial health. So everybody has a different purpose. So the question over here, it's like a question, right? What is your life purpose? So take it in the way this question resonates with you, right? What is the purpose? What kind of purpose are you attempting to build in your own life, right? Just earning money and working, that is not purpose in life. Purpose, there has to be an essential sense of the end goal, right? The purpose is your end goal. So like I said, what you have to question yourself. What is your ultimate? That is your subconscious energy. This question will be there with you around this portion in time. The life purpose. Please talk to me about the life purpose. That everything you are doing, right, at this point in time, eventually should have a purpose. If you just keep on doing things and not really doing it for a reason, then there is no purpose. So there has to be a reason to better yourself, a reason to live better, a reason to be happy, a reason to have all the good luck in the world. There has to be a reason that you're working so hard, right? Life purpose. For each one of us, we put in a lot of effort because each one of us, we want to have a purpose in life. What kind of a purpose, right? The Hierophant in the reverse, which is telling me that there is a sense of being a little bit of a rebel around this portion in time, where you might have had other belief and opinions of life before, right? Where you believe that, oh, we have to do this, we have to do that, because we have a conscious programming in our life. We consciously program ourselves to believe that life is what you have been taught as a child, you have been taught as an adult, right? You have been made to understand that this is the way life works. But now you are getting into that sense of understanding about your own belief system that you have been holding, right? That could be the belief system that had been tampering with your own life purpose. You have not been able to fulfill a life purpose because you have stagnated, or you had stagnated yourself in a particular place, Pisces, where you were believing in your old pattern of thought and understanding. So, this is where you are trying to change yourself, change your understanding, right? Which also could mean that for some of you, it could be a little bit of a rebellious nature. Like somebody tells you this, for example, right? Okay, this is our belief system. We are not supposed to have this kind of food on a particular day. And you will immediately have that sense of rebelliousness in you, when you will say, I don't believe in that. I can have all kinds of food every day, right? So that is that, sense of understanding that I don't have to be always following something that others believe is right. Because I have my own freedom, my own opinion to believe in what I want to believe in, right? And you're like trying to tell yourself that you cannot be forced into believing something that others think is right for you, and that you're compelled to work on their belief system, right? Let's talk to me about the Hierophant in the reverse. So you are coming to a point of understanding, Pisces. It's a little, like I said, it's a little bit rebellious. Yeah, the Eight of Cups, right? That certain things in life that you have been holding on to for a long time, for some of you, with the old belief system, have brought in nothing but unhappiness for you. You have not enjoyed any kind of emotional sense of happiness. Happiness is something that's very emotional, right? So you are coming, like something is telling me, Pisces, that your old belief system, like I said, had more to do with your emotions, where people said, okay, this is what it is, this is how you're supposed to be, right? This is how you're supposed to be emotionally happy. And with whatever you have received so far, you have to be grateful because, you have been given the chance to be emotionally happy, right? But today you're coming to the point of understanding that what, like I said, like what others thought you could be happy with or happy in is probably not your life purpose, right? Yet subconsciously you're telling yourself that my life purpose could be different, where I want a different sense of emotion, right? Where the other part of the emotional sense makes me happy. So I'm changing my status quo. I don't want to be the same person anymore, where others have told me how to be happy and I have pretended to be happy. Others have said, oh, you know what? This is what happiness is. And I said, yes, this is what happiness is, right? So you went along with the others, but with the Eight of Cups, you guys are on your own journey. This is your energy, right? You are leaving something behind. The old belief system, the old belief pattern, the old belief that this is how things are done emotionally. This is how you should work with your emotions. Even if you are not happy, you should stick by, because this is what happiness means to you. This is what you have been taught for some of you. And today you're rebellious. You're like, no, that's not what happiness means for me. It might mean for you, but for me, happiness is what I'm moving towards now, or I want to. Where real happiness is my life purpose. That happiness is something that I have to find out for myself, what actually makes me happy. So I'm on my own journey. Okay, I'm on my own journey. Eight of Cups, please. So this is what your subconscious is, guys, that you're leaving behind some of the old dented emotions that you thought had made you happy, or people told you that's what happiness is, and you're like, no, that's not my happiness. The Eight of Cups. So you're on your journey, you are on your path, you are going towards something different where you will find your own happiness, right? Where you are coming to the understanding that you have to seek out your own happiness. Just talk to me about the Eight of Cups. So you are on, could be a mental journey. Oops, hold on, guys, too many cards. You all could be on a mental journey. For some of you, on a spiritual journey. It can be any kind of a journey that you are deciding to undertake or will be. Eight of Cups, please. Because now you're coming to your understanding that you have to find your happiness. And how, it's too many cards, guys, hold on. But I'm going to take it because I think they all have a message. That's why Spirit is giving it to me. So here we go, guys. So you're on your own journey, right? The Two of Wands. You're waiting for a change in your situation. Some of you could be intuitively manifesting that. And why? Because there is a lack of emotion in your life. There is a lack of emotion in your life that you have turned your back to. You don't want to be in that situation. Yeah, see, this is your energy, the Queen of Cups, where, you have missed opportunities in life before, right? You have missed opportunities in life because probably you could not decide your route in here, right? Which is the Ten of Pentacles, which is something that you want. It's a commitment. It's a family relationship. It is something that makes you happy, right? Marriage, commitment, legacy that you leave behind, but then you have the Five of Cups. So clearly, you have suffered in some kind or shape or form in a situation that includes your domestic happiness, is what I'm getting. So there is something that you are unhappy, you feel you lack, that you did not have a life purpose. You could have, like I said, you could have been following what people told you, what happiness means to you, is even living with people who are not your type. You could have got married to a wrong person for some of you, but yet you have to continue living in that scenario because you have kids, and people tell you culturally, there are a lot of cultures in the world who believe that divorce or separation is not what you should be doing. That's against your belief and principle, or that you have been taught in that way, right? So now you're coming out of that and you're looking for an exit in here. You are looking towards an exit situation that will bring you back your happiness, or the happiness that you are in search of, is what I'm getting, guys, right? So you're desiring some kind of a change in your life here from a very stuck situation of feeling emotionally unhappy here, right? And you're kind of planning something because you have gone through a learning lesson. And from that learning lesson of the Five of Cups, you are coming to the point of realizing that all the disappointment, and this is all in your subconscious, right? That all the disappointment and all the worry and all the tensions and all the grief and all the regrets have happened was a blessing in disguise. From where you are learning, you have learned about now you're more in touch with your own happiness, like finding out what actually is happiness for you, right? Because you're not happy. You have gone through a learning lesson in your life, which is where you definitely are manifesting a new plan of action at this point in time as we speak. in your subconscious state. Please talk to me about the Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. But it's been a learning lesson because you have realized what people are. You have realized what happiness brings you. Maybe for some, you're realizing that happiness is not what you can buy with money. Happiness is a different ball game altogether. Emotion is not something you can buy with money. You could have a lot of money, but you could not buy people's emotions. People who are a part of your family, maybe, for some of you, right? Arguments, yeah. You have learned a very hard lesson through a lot of bitter, anger, abusive, for some of you, fighting, arguments. You have learned that not everything is money or financial wealth. It is a part of your life, but emotions is a different ballgame that universe does not allow you to exchange with money. Even if you have cryptocurrency, you cannot buy happiness, right? So this is where your subconscious is on a different route, is in a different journey. It's on a different journey at this point in time where you have to, it's a challenge. You are starting off and you know that the road to finding your happiness will not be an easy route. It's going to be a lot of bumps in the way. You will you will fall, some of you might get hurt again a little bit here and there, but eventually you will come to a point, that's your life purpose, that eventually you will come to a point where you will find your happiness, your true happiness in life. So subconsciously you are working on that important, it's a project, because you're changing your status quo, you're changing your belief system, right? You, like I said, you could be a rebel at this point. What people tell you about emotions, you will say the exact opposite. Or people tell you that no, this is our family culture, you're supposed to follow, and you will like, no, I don't want to. I have my own understanding of what culture means to me. That kind of a conflict, right? That kind of a conflict, that kind of you, like I said, you are vibing in that energy, that what does not really suit your understanding or gel with your passion in terms of it being right, you're not going to be a part of that ball game. So your sense of justice will be what suits your own energy of passion, because you're brilliant, right? Of passion, of balance, everything, right? Where people can balance their career as well as their home. It's that kind of an energy that somebody or some situation is telling you that until you find that, you're not going to make amends on that, basically, right? Now your conscious self, guys, is compassion. So that's kindness, that compassion. You feel there is a lot of compassion in your soul, right? Your conscious self is more compassionate, or will become more compassionate as you walk into the month of February 2022. And you know why the compassion is coming, guys, is because subconsciously you're releasing a lot of toxic energy as well. Please talk to me about compassion. And when you release yourself from a toxic energy or toxicity or emotional unhappiness, that's when your soul becomes more clear, right? Becomes better. Compassion. You feel for people. You start feeling for people. You start understanding people better, right? You start to relate with other people's unhappiness. You start to relate with other people's miseries in life. That's compassion, right? That's compassion. Yeah, justice. Yeah, look. So this is where your sense of being fair is, right? To help people. Basically, some of you could be even as compassionate as helping people now, right? That's your sense of justice. That is what you believe is fair. To do it right with people, right? Even for some, it also could mean that some of you guys could be, could have had a hard time with somebody before, but you could be willing to forgive that person or that situation and be kind and considerate and compassionate because you feel that is justice for you, right? Please talk to me about justice. So your conscious self is coming to the point of understanding that you wish people better. You do things better, Four of Wands, right? Which is where your stability is concerned. That you want complete justice in here, complete fairness in a situation where you can, you can be compassionate, you can be kind, or people has to be compassionate, people has to be kind with you. That's your sense of justice, right? That is your sense of justice. Argument, fighting, bickering, pain, anger is not your sense of justice anymore. So wherever you're committed to, or your stability is committed to the place, where you're, it also could be that you're feeling not only in the physical world, but you're also feeling inside of you what that sense of justice actually means for you in here, towards you, right? Where you can be fair with people, be compassionate with people, be kind with people, right? And that creates more stability in your life. That brings more stability in your material world. That brings more stability in a relationship, in a commitment. Please talk to me about the Four of Wands, right? So you are understanding what sense of justice means for you. That is where the justice is appearing, right? What is fair? Because when justice shows up, guys, it means that you are going through an injustice or you have gone through an injustice. And this is the injustice over here, right here. Your subconscious knows where the injustice has happened. Please talk to me about the Four of Wands. So you're coming to the point of understanding consciously what justice means. Page of Wands, right? You're learning, you're expanding your understanding, you're expanding your belief system, right? Your belief system is getting better. You have just started to walk in that new direction. You're learning, you're figuring things out. Your creativity is helping you to understand what it is in reality that you need to do. So your belief system is changing, or you're changing your own belief system in life, guys, and you have just started to walk on a different route. I mean, you're not physically kind of doing that work, like you're not walking out right now, but mentally, passionately, you have walked out of a situation towards a new direction of your life, because you are coming to terms with your understanding that what you have gone through was not justice for you. So you want to bring justice back in your life. That's your source of life purpose and happiness, right? Please talk to me about the Page of Wands. That is your source of understanding that your belief system was what was stopping you towards your own happiness in life. So you're coming to the point, you're understanding the situation better. You have realized that what you were doing before was very wrong. That's where, you have, and that was all because of your belief system, your conscious programming. Please talk to me about the Page of Wands, where you were made to believe something different. And as you were coming out of that situation, right? You're realizing what sense of justice means to you, right? Yeah, stallion. Yeah, you're breaking free from an old pattern of understanding. You're breaking free from an old pattern of lifestyle for some of you, right? You're bringing back a sense of balance in yourself. And that's because, like I said, you have gone through a learning lesson. You have understood your own self better. You are figuring things out better for yourself, right? And that is where you have figured out that the only way towards your life purpose, consciously you're doing that, because subconsciously you are already on a journey of your own towards what you want in life, right? So consciously, you are slowly but surely taking action on that situation to break free, right? To break free from those emotions which were extremely strong in you, where you were feeling that you could not break away from those emotions. That was pulling you back all the time, right? Those emotions that had also some kind of desire you had with those emotions that did not work for you. So now you're realizing, right? You are realizing your motivation, your drive is to seek justice for yourself. And that is where you're coming to your point of understanding that whatever emotionally was taking the better of you, right? Or was holding you back to a point where you could not move and you were feeling tied down. You're breaking free. You're understanding your own flaw previously to what you are doing now or you will be doing now, guys. Okay, now your hope and fear is your inspiration, right? So this could be an inspiration from somebody in your life, right? You're hoping, but at the same time, there is a fear element on this story as well, right? So there could be a person who could be your sense of inspiration here, or there could be a situation where you fear that this inspiration that you're being provided with should stay and that you should be able to fulfill that inspiration that you have learned or you're learning from some situation and do it in the right way. That's what I'm getting, guys, but we'll see. Okay, so there is some kind of a fear with that inspiration and a hope as well that is tied up together here with the inspiration, right? Let's see. Please talk to me about the inspiration. This could be somebody in your life or some situation in your life that is coming up in here. Somebody could be there highly inspiring you, inspiration, but you have hope and you have some kind of fear with regards to this inspiration, and we'll see what it is. Yeah, the 7, yeah, see? Yeah, with inspiration, guys, you have option here, right? There is a lot of option, what decision you take, right? Somebody could be telling you a lot of things. Somebody could be telling you or showing you a lot of light. That do this, do that. A lot of inspiring messages, a lot of inspiring words, communication, anything, or even action, right? But what is your fear is that your hope is that you are able to take the right inspired decision here. But you have options at this point. So whatever option you are going to engage in, this is where that hope and fear is getting a little bit coming together, is you're fearing that if you take the wrong option, you will again, take a different route. But if you take the right option, So you will get back what you want. So your fear is that you might not be able to take the right option. And hope is that you find that ability, that inspiration to take the right option, right? So this is kind of choosing, right? You have more than one option in your life at this point in time, Pisces. So which is the option? If you make a wrong choice, you won't get any more options. But if you make the right choice, so take your time. That's what they're saying. Be very careful here with your hope and fear. Please talk to me about the Seven of Cups. So be very careful here with your hope and fear towards the option you choose from. Yeah, see the Queen of Wands. Again, the Queen of Wands here, right? What is justice? What exactly will bring back justice to your life? So if you choose the wrong cup, you will get no justice. Justice will be over. But if you choose the right cup, then you will get complete justice. So your hope and fear is like what I said, that you're not interested in anything other than justice in your life. So you have to be very, very, what's the word? You have to be very careful around this portion in time, guys. Because somebody, like I said, could be a lot more inspiring to you or could be inspiring you. But decision is yours. Decision will be yours. Like what you choose will be your decision in life. Please talk to me about the Queen of Wands. Somebody could be very, very brilliant, like I said, could be showing you the way to your justice, could be very inspiring, very motivated, very driven by themselves. But you have to follow your path and choose your cup. So this is where your hope and fear is that you are able to do the right one or the right thing here, right? The Six of Swords. There could be an issue with your past situation here, guys, right? Which is your baggages. That you're still, you had the past baggage. So in order for you to move forward towards your goal in life, towards your life purpose, towards what you want, you should be able to leave some of the baggages behind, right? But again, like the hope and fear of this transition is that you have to choose the right route. So if you go on a different route, if you carry all the baggages with you towards the new area of your life, then again, you will be all confused and messed up. So in order for you to choose the right option towards a situation, you have to be brilliant. You have to be driven. You have to be motivated enough to let some of the baggages from your past leave you. You will not be able to leave all the baggages here, right? But at least clear a part of your old baggage in your life. Please talk to me about the Six of Swords, right? So this is where your hope and fear is that you can move into the peaceful and calm water, right? Without carrying any kind of burden on your shoulder anymore. Please talk to me about the Six of Swords. So your hope and fear is that you should be able to do the right thing. Yeah, owl, right? This is the spirit animal here. So you will be very observant at this point, right? You will be very observant. You will see through a lot of things that the Six of Swords had been carrying, right? This is a baggage of the past, let me tell you. This is something that you are still kind of carrying in your life, right? Wherein you have been quite stubborn as well with the situation that you have not been able to let everything go. You're still carrying back some vengeance, maybe. You're carrying back, and that's not vengeance in the wrong way. It's like hurt, right? It's like your pride has been hurt, your ego has been hurt, or some of the baggages that you still cannot completely throw away because they are still there. They are still there with you, right? And you're kind of stubborn about that situation as well, where you're finding it difficult to completely come out of that. So you're going through an ebb and flow at this point, right? You're going through an ebb and flow where you're trying to release yourself, telling yourself that you don't want it. Now, here is the spirit animal, right? So you have to believe that there is something or somebody who will lift some of the old baggage secrets for you. They will tell you the truth. You might be thinking that it's all happened in the past, whatever happened is because of your mistake, that you have done a lot of mistake, that you are repenting about that. Some of you could be feeling repentance as well. Some of you could be feeling that sense of anger within you, right? So it could be anything, but then you will become aware of it, because you will gain some kind of clarity and insight into that story through which you are crossing, where there is an ebb and flow at this point in time, to see that not everything was entirely your doing, that you're still carrying with you, blaming yourself maybe for some of you, right? Thinking about the past, oh, this is what I could have done, that is what I could have done. But you will come to an understanding, a spiritual insight, right? Where spirit is saying, leave the past behind, explore the unknown. You have to go towards the peace, right? Whatever happened, leave that behind. Don't carry that with you. But go towards something that the territory you don't know. It's unexplored territory for you. It's unknown for you. You don't know what lies on the other side of the ocean, right? But until you explore that, until you take that risk to break free from your past belief in life, you will not be able to move forward. So some of you could be thinking of changing your place of location, but you could be feeling a little bit jittery about the whole situation here, because you don't know what lies on the other side of the river or the ocean. But spirit over here is telling you that until you leave the past behind, until you change your own philosophy of life, your own belief system, until you come out of that situation and break free from whatever emotions you had been holding in your life, and go through a stage of exploring a new place, a new situation, right? A new partnership, a new love situation, a new relationship. You will not know until you step on that soil, right? So it's very important. That's what the spiritual message over here is, that you have to believe that there is somebody higher up than you, Pisces, who will allow you to do that, provided you don't stop yourself from doing it. Now, if you firmly believe that you cannot do it and you are stubborn about that situation, then it's a different story. Then you will not be able to move out. You will not be able to explore. You will not be able to go to that place that you want to be, your life purpose, right? So until you step into that area where there could be risk involved, but you have to take that risk in order for your own spiritual need to be met, right? So there is some kind of wisdom that will be taught to you. But your hope and fear is that you're able to move in the right direction. You're able to make the right choice, right? And that you are inspired enough to retain your sense of spiritual awakening right? To do what you have to do. So it's a hope and fear situation that you will be going through, which could be a little bit unsettling for you around this month of November. I'm sorry, around this month of February. But, take it easy, guys. Don't get all worked up on this situation. Everything is going to settle down. You could be feeling a little bit unsettled, but take your time. Take your time. Choose your direction carefully at this point. Okay, let's move to the environment. Environment talks about family. So there could be people around you who could be your family or could be a part of your family, or a very domesticated kind of a situation in the environment could be surrounding you around this portion in time, right? We'll see what the environment is talking about. Where possibly it involves a very domestic situation. Please talk to me about the family. The Knight of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. You want to take a very practical but quick action on something in your life here, guys. Something in your life, and you're very quickly working on that situation here. But a very honest, either communication, but it is very practical kind of a communication that you are thinking about or you want that to happen here. So you're definitely doing some, or it also could be, guys, that could be one part as I explained, right? Situations are different for everybody. The other part could be that some of you could be leaving an emotional situation behind here. And you're thinking very practically here. You're not thinking emotionally here about something in your life here, right? Let's see. But you are going, emotion is not what you are doing in your environment here. Please talk to me about the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. But it's more of a very, the Knight of Wands. Some kind of action in the environment, guys. Please talk to me about the Knight of Wands. The Three of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the World card. Okay. Hold on. Please talk to me about the Three of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the World card. You're definitely taking a decision. Okay, let's go here, guys. So in your environment, Pisces, is something to do with some kind of a relationship. That could be a family situation or, some kind of commitment that you're looking for. For some, you could be leaving a commitment as well. Okay, which is where you get the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So you are moving away, leaving an emotional situation that you have been tied up with. in your family life or with somebody in your domestic situation. For some, it could be a mother, it could be a sister, it could be a spouse, right? Male, female, doesn't matter. But somebody who had been kind of that figure, right? In the tangible world. But there is this situation here that is calling out for a very unemotional approach towards a different situation here, what I'm getting, which where you want to be very honest and you want to be very frank and you're very quickly, it's a very quick energy, right? You're very quickly going towards a different direction in your life, maybe. But just hang on, guys. Let me just clarify the Knight of Sword here. Curious. Please talk to me about the Knight of Sword. It also could be very quick communication as well with regards to a Five of Sword. Princess of Cups. So you have learned a lesson here. Yeah, and death. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Communication. So you are unemotionally working towards a situation very quickly, right? Very quickly, very, very quickly here, which is where you have learned a lesson again with the Five of Sword, where earlier you could have made a lot of mistake with regards to communication as well, where you might have got mixed up with your emotions and logic, and you have made a lot of mistake with regards to the words you have spoken or even the action that you have taken. So there is some kind of a learning you have quickly understood, or you are quickly understanding here with regards to the Princess of Cups, with regards to your energy. This is your energy, guys, which is where you want a change. There is a death here. So you're welcoming a change of your understanding here, guys. You're welcoming a change of your logical and mental energy here towards your own situation here, towards what you really want: compassion, kindness. You don't want to be harsh, you don't want to be brutal. Maybe some of you could have been very honest and frank before, where you have actually ended up hurting people. That also could be a part of the story, where compassion and kindness was not a part of your communication, right? You had forgotten how to be compassionate and kind. You had forgotten how to be tender and loving, right? And this was all because, like I said, your belief system was holding you back, could be for some of you, in a very toxic environment, in a very toxic situation. Yeah, in a very toxic environment, in a toxic situation with the Queen of Pentacles, where you had become a different personality, right? Where you were always trying to win over something that you have learned your lesson from, that is not how you fight situations. You learn to be compassionate and kind with people, and you win people over, right? Not by winning them with your mental strength that, I'm better than you, I have more money than you, I'm more successful than you are nobody to me, right? That kind of an energy. So you're coming to a point of your realization in your environment that you have learned a lesson from, right? You have learned to understand yourself, or you're learning to understand yourself better. And that could be because somewhere you had a very toxic relationship with somebody that made you a different person that you were not, basically, right? Where you have the Knight of Wand, where you probably had been very impatient. You had been angry. You had been impatient. You had no patience to deal with situations in a compassionate way, in a more human way, like that anger and pain and that fighting arguments had made you very toxic, even as a personality, is what I'm getting, Pisces. And that is because your environment, unfortunately, was very toxic, right? Which again had converted your personality where you were like impatient with life in general, right? Where now you're coming to your wisdom, the Three of Wands, right? That there are opportunities in life that you have lost because of this situation here, right? There are opportunities in life that you had lost before because you had no patience to deal with your own understanding or wisdom. And this is where the Two of Swords, this is where decision was very hard for you. Very hard for you because then you have the World, right? Decision to close an old chapter of your life was very hard for you. Decision to find a closure. How do you find a closure? Had become very hard for you. From all that, toxicity and negativity and arguments and stuff like that had completely converted your personality, Pisces, is what I'm getting. Which is where you could not really, you could have just, you're learning to understand your own fault here more so, is where you could not take a decision, choice, you could not make the right choice towards something in your life at the right time, at the right time, because you had become too toxic with your own situation. So, which is where you wanted, let me tell you, you wanted the new opportunity. You wanted to move forward. You wanted to go forward. But because of the whole toxic situation of your logical sense, made you so impatient, right? That it completely changed your persona, where you got stuck in your own head about some kind of a completion that you could not take a decision on, basically, right? Mercury, and this is the Magician. This is where a new thought process is emerging, new ideas. You're becoming curious about yourself, right? You want to take inspired action towards situation. Now you're the manifester. You want to correct everything because you're welcoming a change of your own personality here. That's where the Hierophant in the reverse. You're coming out of the old toxicity. You're coming out of the old belief system of your life that had halted you from moving towards a completion of cycle in your life. And this is where new ideas, Mercury is in the retrograde, I think, right now. This is where new thought, new process, new ideas of communication, becoming more resourceful, is going towards the world again that earlier you could not complete. Right? Now you have a completion of cycle that is coming up, showing up, where earlier you could not complete a cycle in your life. Right? So this is your environment is again motivating you, inspiring you, bringing you back to life. You're the manifester. You will become the manifester of your own happiness, your life purpose in life. That's your goal. That's your ambition. To building back a structure, to achieving more in life. Where earlier you had a lot of boundaries that you had put upon yourself, with regards to different commitments in life, because you, like I said, you had changed your personality where you were always trying to prove that you are the hero, right, towards other people. And that was a very logical way, very mental energy where compassion was not there in you. And that's where Spirit is guiding you towards a new you, Pisces, around the month of February. It's a start point for you. Now, Spirit's advice is commitment, right? What kind of commitment? What is the commitment you're looking for? What makes you happy? What kind of commitment will be served in your life with your purpose of happiness? That's commitment. Now, this commitment could be your job commitment, commitment with yourself, commitment with a partner, commitment in a relationship, any kind, right? Where two people, Spirit is saying, can join together, weave a new dream together to make things happen. So Spirit is saying there is a new achievement that is in waiting as a part of your commitment. Let's see commitment here. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. You see, there is a married couple also involved here, right, in this situation where, like I said, a lot of toxicity had changed the personality of that person. Now, male or female, you decide who it is. But a new commitment is emerging in this tangible situation, in this tangible world, as the King of Pentacles, taking responsibility, having back that confidence, gaining back their stability. That could be their commitment to themselves, Pisces. A commitment to become stable. A commitment to becoming more, to have more confidence in yourself. A commitment towards your own stability could be as part of the story, right? Please talk to me about the King of Pentacles. So this is a new commitment that you're learning to work for yourself. Yeah, this is where justice, because now you're understanding, that's what I told you, that justice is very important to you. And what is justice is what is fair, what is legit, the truth. That's your karma. So a new commitment towards your understanding of what is fair, of what is justice to you mean, right? What is the belief system that you're breaking away from? You're breaking away from that old belief system. You're breaking away from that old toxic pattern of thinking in life, or working with your communication in life, or working towards some manifestation in life, is all undergoing a change of situation here. There is a deep level of a metamorphosis in your life that is coming up on the surface here, guys. So Spirit is saying work towards your own commitment in life. That is where you will find back justice for yourself. Please talk to me about justice. Where I said injustice could have happened in your life, because some of you could have even done injustice towards your own self. I'm not saying intentionally, but unintentionally. Yeah, the King of Wands. Unintentionally, you could have been doing injustice to your own self, where your vision was blocked. You had no vision towards your own justice, right? You did not think so far. You did not work with your energy in that way to see that from today until the next 6 years or 7 years or 10 years, what justice is for you. You just worked without something, without any vision in life. But now you want to change. Now Spirit is saying, work towards your own commitment. Forget about anything else. Commitment with yourself is what you need for your own confidence in life, right? For your own stability in life. If you do not commit to your own self, you cannot commit you cannot commit to anybody else, right? So that commitment and confidence with yourself will be your own justice system, where you will take decision based on what you think is right and fair for you, as well as people who are with you or within your vicinity, right? And this is where you're becoming an entrepreneur. This is where you're learning to broaden your vision of horizon, your understanding of this whole situation here, guys, of this whole situation here. So you're taking, you could find, some of you could even find a mentor who will be a part of your spirit guide as well. Please talk to me about the King of Wands. Who could be telling you, work for yourself. Do justice to people around you, but first do that justice for yourself. That's important. Please talk to me about the King of Wands here. Yeah, Lion. So you could be in touch, Pisces, with a person or personality who will teach you what self-esteem is all about, who will teach you, who by themselves is in a power of authority, has a lot of self-esteem, who will teach you how to be fair and just with your own self, how to be heart-centered, compassionate, kind, but as well as being justful and fair to your own self-worth. Self-esteem, self-worth is very important here as a part of the spirit's message. Okay. Now your probable outcome would be clarity. So there could be, with this situation developing, there will be some clarity you will receive. You will receive about the whole situation, that metamorphosis that you're going through, because right now it could be in the stage of metamorphosis where you're coming out of something and walking into something. So this changeover has that little gap in between the old and the new. So that is where clarity is important. Will take a little bit of a time for you to understand the whole situation completely, right? Because you're right now moving from one phase to the other. See, Saturn, regulation. You have completed or completing a cycle, an old karmic cycle of your life, Pisces. Please talk to me about clarity here. So to get the clarity will take a while, but it will come to you. Yeah, the Two of Wands, right? The Two of Wands. You had the Two of Wands here where you had got stuck, and now you will get the clarity as the new Two of Wands emerges to do what is right for you, right? Earlier you got stuck in the apathy of your old emotion, and now you're emerging out of that situation, right? To take a new decision in your life. Please talk to me about the Two of Wands. You will be working towards a new clarity. Things will be more clear to you. That is what I'm trying to tell you. Though you're still at a crossroad, you're still not moving from your comfort zone or doing whatever you have to, but things will become lot clearer to you with the Nine of Wands, right? Nine of Wands, the Two of Wands, right? Where you know that you had been juggling over a lot of situation that has drained your energy here because of that, and the Six of Cups. So you have been juggling over one situation in your life with somebody else with whom you have some kind of relationship. Some of you could be doing that. Some of you could have been juggling with family situation, or with family and with your parents or children. Some of you with your spouse and children, anything. Or some of you with some kind of an old partnership and your new and your own family. It can be anything, right? So there has been a lot of juggle that you had been holding on to. You will get a full clarity of this situation as you rediscover your own self, Pisces. As you rediscover your own self more so. So that clarity will be visibly very clear to you. Please talk to me about the Nine of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. You will also understand here that you have to be brave, right? That you have been brave, but you need a lot of self-esteem in yourself, that power. You need your self-worth. You cannot keep juggling over situations in your life. That could be with anybody, right? That could be with family, with friends, with anybody, right? With some kind of kindred soul relationship, with any situation. But you cannot keep walking on a tightrope over that situation. So somewhere you are going to get some kind of a clarity that you need for your own self-worth and self-esteem here. Please talk to me about the Nine of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. That for a long time you have been fighting with over more than one situation in your life, Pisces, and that you cannot keep doing that. You have to make a choice. You have to take a decision here. The Devil, yeah. You have been putting yourself through a lot of restriction in your life. Lot of restriction, right? Lot of restriction. For some it could be addictions, whatever that situation is. But when the Devil shows up, it's a very toxic situation here as well. That you could have been juggling, for some of you. You could have been juggling with some kind of toxicity as well as love. You did not know how to take a call on this decision here. Or some of you could have been juggling over a soul energy that had become toxic. Or you had been holding that soul energy in your grip, in your control, which ultimately had become toxic. Anything. Just talk to me about the Devil. It can be a lot of situation, but a lot of clarity is coming up in here, Pisces. Lot of clarity, yeah, letter, communication, right? There will be some kind of communication over this situation here. As you gain your clarity, as you understand yourself, as you become more comfortable with your clarity, as you gain more perspective as to why things have happened and what is that reason behind it. It will be communicated. It will be said, right? So this information will be passed on. This information, as you gain clarity, you will manifest this clarity, and as you become more clear over this situation in your life, this information will be passed over. Now, with whom, that is difficult to say, but it will be passed over, right? So this is your probable outcome in here, that some of you will receive information, some of you will give out the information, whatever it is, but there will be an exchange of communication here. of communication here. Okay, so enjoy this reading, guys. Until I see you once again, till then, goodbye. God bless, Khuda Hafiz, and Namaste.